Welcome, folks. This is Adventures in Decluttering. Okay, so I'm going to show you. If you remember, if you've been following me last year, or maybe it was even 2 years ago, I posted a video about how I was decluttering Shalom House. Right, you can see the bookcase over there and everything. I got everything moved. The bookcase used to be right here in the middle, and it was deliberately partitioning the area into two different areas, but decided that wasn't the best use of the space. Anyway, while I was decluttering this, I was also getting all the clutter, all my stuff out of my house, like all my office related stuff out of the rooms in my house, because I tend to have piles and different stuff. That's just how it's been over time. But today, I have a different problem that's resulted from all that, right? So now the house is clean, decluttered, etc. But I've got all this stuff that I need to go through. You can see that. And it feels a little overwhelming. So, in fact, the least cluttered thing probably is this bookshelf up there. That looks pretty good. Anyway, so I'm starting a new series called Adventures in Decluttering. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up one thing and I'm going to show you. And I'm going to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and work on, I'm going to tell you about what this is, and I'm going to tell you where it goes. And then I'm going to have a record of it, because one of the things that I have a problem with getting rid of things is if I need it later, and then also, what if I need to reference something that doesn't exist anymore? Like several websites don't exist anymore. And yeah, there's Wayback Machine, but it doesn't preserve the layout and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. So, and these are meant to be really quick videos, kind of a cheat sheet. So what we have here is something called Chick Tracts. Now, when I was young in the 80s, I remember the first one of these I saw, I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. I saw one on a sidewalk one sunny day. And I picked it up and I was amazed at how graphic it was. And the dude was, some teenager was in the car with his best friend and they were having fun. And then they ended up at some kind of railroad crossing and his friend turned into the devil. And then the car got hit by the train. I was like, whoa, Christians are making these kinds of things? And so I'd always known about Chick Tracts in the 80s, and just so we're clear, that's what we're talking about. Chick Publications is called Chick Tracts, Tracts. And so a couple years back, I discovered they're still making these. So I don't know if I picked them up for free or if I ordered a pack of them, but there you go. And if I go through, this one says, what's up? So it's trying to be, and that's what they've always done. They tried to relate the gospel. You go to hell, Charlie Connors. They tried to relate the gospel to modern people and the way we speak today and the things we have in our lives and stuff, So in the 80s, there wasn't cell phones or even pagers and stuff in these kinds of things. They still had like the 70s versions. But see, yeah, that's very interesting. Kind of a interesting cartoon version, but it's all supposed to be to lead you to repent and give your life to Jesus in the end. And so it kind of scares you in a way similar to how a Christmas Carol scares you, right? It's like you're watching Scrooge go through all these different things and he still isn't convinced. And then at the end, finally he's convinced. So anyway, so that's Chick Tracts. That's the first episode of Adventures in Decluttering. And this is where I'm going to put these. I'm going to put these in my memory box. So this is like memorabilia. And if it doesn't fit in here, then it goes somewhere else. It gets donated or sold or something. So That's where stuff that I'll go through and I'll show my grandkids and my grandkids someday. I'll be like, look at this is history. All right. Thank you for joining me on my decluttering journey. Again, I'm operating on the motto of progress, not perfection, and bit by bit. All right. Again, this has been Eric with, I don't know, is this going to be on Eric Hepperly Designs, or what channel is this going to be on? Yeah, because this is business related, right? So this will be on the Eric Hepperly Designs channel. If you want to check out, I also have another channel with my wife, and that is Hepperly Homestead, where we do homesteading stuff, and I build stuff out of pallets, pallet wood creations and stuff, recycling, repurposing. We use what we have, and then she does gardening, organic gardening, and stuff like that. All right. Again, thank you for joining us, and have a great day.